Sam, one of the things that we know to be true is these high winds, they didn't just cause damages to homes and power lines and that kind of thing.
Right.
They were able to knock over a semi-truck.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It just shows you the pure strength of the wind and what it can do. You know, the reason why semis can easily be turned over in those strong wind gusts, of course, is they're top heavy, right? So all the weight in a semi is unfortunately in the top part of the vehicle. Now, if you're normally driving a center of gravity, smaller car,
right,
it's not as big of an issue. But, you know, it looks like bottom line, you got to be making sure you're holding on that steering wheel.
And we should mention this is local. This is on the Gene Snyder.
Yeah.
We're not showing you something regionally or nationally.
Right.
This is right here.
Right, and you know, that's just the thing too. Even when you're traveling, Eric, just avoid semis while you can, especially with the strong wind out there. You just never know what it will take to topple those things over. Here's a couple of other facts too. If you are going to be traveling with a high-profile vehicle, and in particular a semi-truck, when it comes to the high wind, first off, of course, safety first. Always wear your seatbelt. Hold on firmly to the steering wheel. And the biggest thing to note as a meteorologist is just plan ahead. Know the forecast of when you're going to be traveling and where. And if there is going to be strong wind, it is nothing you want to be taking that risk with. Just wait it out and obviously pull over on the side of the road and wait it out if this wind is too severe. We also do have a couple more additional damage reports that have come in recently. This is actually at the United Mail building in the south side here of Louisville. We're watching tornado damage. This is in particular very interesting. Tornado damage usually comes in a very unique way. We're watching a lot of, looks like it's kind of drywall that's stuck on the fence here from the mail damage, and we're also watching from the building as well. Additional damage in a parking lot here. We have a third picture here from United Mail coming in. Of course, this is actually overtaking, unfortunately, a fence near a parking lot. So we did deal with a lot of tornado damage all across the city, and let's talk about where those tornadoes so far have been confirmed to have touched down. The first one in PRP, 120-mile-per-hour peak wind gusts. It is preliminary going down as an EF2 tornado. They're still trying to confirm exactly what it will be denoted as, but right now we're getting suggestions that it will be peak wind gusts of 120 miles an hour. We're also watching, of course, a little bit farther to the east towards the Waterston Park area in Newburgh, peak wind of 90 miles an hour, preliminarily a EF1 tornado, and we also have a preliminary report of peak wind gusts up to 115 miles an hour. That is a strong EF1. This one coming in actually towards Brandenburg in Meade County. So we definitely saw very impactful, strong tornadoes. And keep in mind, too, even if there wasn't a tornado ongoing, we saw straight line wind gusts of in excess of 70 to 80 miles an hour all across the city. So that made for a lot of power outages. The deal is right now, though, here we are staying very quiet. The rainfall at this hour staying to the southeast right now. Lebanon towards Springfield, Munfordville, maybe a little bit of some heavier pockets towards the Taylor-Adair County area. We're also watching, nonetheless, a lot of us staying pretty quiet on Max HD radar. Right now in downtown Louisville, we are seeing temperatures very cool outside due to the passage of the cold front. 48 at the airport, a northeast breeze continuing. But the good news is the wind's going to be rotating more out of the south beginning the course of the weekend. That's going to be surging in a lot warmer air for much of Kentuckiana. There's our temperature stepping out the door, 48 in Jasper, Indiana. And I do think through the day today, we're only going to be rising into the middle 50s. 56 here in downtown, 51 in Shepherdsville, Mumfordville today, only at 49 due to the amount of rain down in the south. This is the rest of Futurecast. All the rain you see right now will be coming gradually to an end very, very slowly to the south and east. We might still, through the evening hours, get clipped to some light rain in Campbellsville, maybe towards Somerset, Kentucky, later on this evening. Now, the nice thing is a dry trend will be taking over, but temperatures will be falling off a lot tonight into the low 40s. Tomorrow, we're only going to be rising into the upper 50s, maybe reaching the 60s in a couple of areas, but I do think our Friday will be relatively cool. But the nice thing is more sun on your Friday before we do clear out a lot more for the weekend. Take a look at Saturday, middle 60s. It'll be a gorgeous Easter weekend ahead. And we actually do have a lot more sunshine as we take a look at next week. Quiet days ahead as we take a look at our Easter holiday. I do think temperatures on Easter are going to be cranked into the upper 60s, if not reaching 70 in Metro Louisville. Right now, I do have us at 69 for your Easter holiday forecast. And take a look at next week. Eric, I tell you what, next Wednesday, 80 degrees. It's going to be looking so nice out there. It'll be well-deserved. Nice break here from these storms across Kentuckiana.